I know the game they're playing. There was this stupid video that is in circulation. You know, they can't attack ESN. They can't. They have no moral ground. But I'm sure they gave money to some idiots and gave them guns to say they are Biafran army, which is a lie. It's the DSS creation. So they can have justification to say to Biden or the US ambassador, can you see they now have Biafran army? We can now move in to attack them. Anybody, if you are involved in that video, take a walk. You want to give Fulani Janja with the reason to invade our land. That's what you're doing. But we shall get to that later. Anybody involved in the circulation of that video is a gunner. I'm telling you the truth. And those that made it. That's how people behave because they don't understand the game plan of the Fulani. People are very foolish. Fulani will come to you and want to use you and you succumb because you have greed, envy, and jealousy inside you. Which one again is Biafran army? I'm asking you. From where? How many people? The day I will bring out the Biafran army, we number over 200,000 standing. Reserve is over 1 million. Over 200,000 standing. Reserve is over 1 million. The day I will bring out the Biafran army, we number over 200,000 standing. Reserve is over 1 million. Inside you. Which one again is Biafran army? I'm asking you. From where? How many people? Which one again is Biafran army? I'm asking you. From where? How many people? The day I will bring out the Biafran army, we number over 200,000 standing. Reserve is over 1 million. Some bunch of idiots somewhere because you're serving your Fulani Janja with masters. We'll get hold of all of you. Check out Uno Oko. We know they're bad eggs when we see them. That the courage today that you have in Yoruba land is because of ESN. The courage of Amoteku to say no to Fulani is because of ESN. Because of Eastern Security Network. That is why they found the courage to say no to Fulani. If not, they will not do it. After all these years, without the should I say all these months, without the coming of ESN, has Amoteku said we are going to flush out Fulani headsmen from our bushes? Never. It's because they saw us, they have seen us doing it. They said, oh, we might as well do the same thing as well. In order to it's called the pincer movement, to cut us off. They got some people, I don't know whether maybe in Olu or whatever, got them together, gave them, say, we are Biafran army, a few idiots. They are shooting gun, we are Biafran army. Inside somewhere. Did we tell you that we have formed the Biafran army? We said when we form it, the world will know that we have come. I don't hide anything. It's all the handiwork of DSS. Mad people every idiots everywhere. Africans and lack of discipline. You don't have discipline. You don't have discipline. That was why the white man came and conquered you, because you lack discipline. After the white man must have finished with you, Fulani came from Senegambia because you have no brain. Lack of discipline. Every idiot thinks they can lead. They don't know what leadership entails. Every monkey thinks, oh, maybe if we have it. Nobody is funding IPOB ESN. It's only IPOB that's funding it worldwide. If you think you can bring 2 or 3 people together with a few rifles, and because of that, you can start calling for funds, you are wasting your time. You don't know our people. They won't give you a dime. Fulani is making use of your brain. You cannot see it. Anybody committing crime cannot go scot-free. I swear it. They cannot go scot-free. Anybody involved in any type of crime in the East cannot go free. And they're doing it because I'm in DSS. That's what, if I said no idiot can try this rubbish. And they know it very well. They know it very well. And I suspect that some people in government are complicit. Yes. They are making money with insecurity. That's correct. They're making money with it. They know Nnamdi is outside. In 2 minutes, this nonsense will stop. Who is the idiot? Who is the bagger? That will speak when I'm talking. Who is the fool? Who is the idiot? I ask. That I give an order in the East and any idiot will counter it. Who is the bastard? I'm asking you. Nobody can. Sir, are you I'm Nnamdi Kanu. No. Who is the idiot? Come out of this nonsense, this mess. 2 minutes only. There will be peace. Only 2 minutes, I guarantee you. And tranquility. And there will be peace in the East. Not just Southeast. Everywhere in the East, if not the entire South. And I hate criminality. I can't stand it. I said before, no banks should be touched. No church. No mosque. No business person should be touched. No business person should be touched. None should be touched. We know who our enemies are. Not the people struggling to feed their families. What kind of nonsense is that?
Well, down here, seems like everything is crashing down. But we don't give up. We keep pushing.
And I hate criminality. I can't stand it.
Nobody cares. Bad situation. Poverty everywhere. Oh, God. Oh, Jaja, could help us. Big ups to you, Mr. Brown on the beat. I wonder again. Nothing to see you.
Brother, I think I thank you for your concern. I like what you are saying is also a concern. But I want you to tell me one thing before we go to your question. Can you tell me the benefit you have benefited from being a Nigerian?
Yes, I'm benefiting a lot of things because I'm a military officer. I work in Imo State.
It doesn't matter military. I'm talking about what have you benefited. Are you selfish? If you like, be commander in chief. I can open your camera. Can you see me now? Open your camera.
You put your camera. IPOP, people are useless.
Are you not seeing me?
We go kill all of them one by one. IPOP.
No, they make noise. Yeah. Open your camera. If you know the fear, open your camera. If you open your camera, the next day you'll be missing. Open your camera. You show your military man. Open up. Yes,
your
open
father.
up.
Your father.
Open up now. Military, what they fear? You be military, they fear to open your camera. Civilian, they tell you, say, open your camera. You say Imo State, you go be missing tomorrow. Open your camera.
Make I open now.
Open them. Let me see your face.
I don't open them.
What are you opening?
I don't open them now.
Where is your face now, idiot? Where is your face?
I don't see me here.
See. Open your face. We don't put it for bigger screen. Open them.
Make I open now.
Yes, bring your face. Civilian, they just military. One they no be beans. Methuselah is equal to the task. Open your camera. Tomorrow they go look for you. Open them.
See my
Show
camera.
your face. Maya, put your face. Yes, okay. Okay. No, not the run now. I want capture them. I want this screenshot. No, they run. Bring your face.
Talk now.
No, bring them. I want capture them first. I didn't capture it. Bring it.
All of you will die like chicken.
Why no one open your camera? They talk military. Military. Come on, get out from here, idiot. Chinaka walk. Now I say, idiot. You no get job. Zuzu, she have forces so idiot. A civilian they put fear in you. And I hide come. Open it. Small boys. You people are very lucky, self. So idiot to be an AG this struggle. Or men gone cold. Boss and hour for you. After this program, I will go and download this and come at least get viral. At least confess no one able people. You son able people. At least for you to come out and confess is one of the achievements. We know what you don't. Many of you don't know what we are doing. You think our land must be clean from those that are constituting nuisance, taking the life of my people. I tell you, our land must be clean. We are not stupid. That's why we are telling these cockroaches run around, say they are looking for freedom. To tell them that this pattern, when you use, can never work. Freedom. This idiot one down, a Bini man is talking. A Bini, you can speak Bini. And they're happy. That's why he come out to change my topic, and I hold him responsible. We know the fear to end up. Let me address you. Let me assume. Say you are the military. Let me assume. The reason why many of you are just relevant is because of the system. On a normal day, one-on-one will break your neck. One-on-one. It's just because of small gun they give you now. Giving her like 33 bullets. Very dirty people. Go to abroad and see how military are enjoying life. Come Europe, you see how military are being taken care of. They're going to be no look like a pottery where you stay. Hunger is wild. Sometimes they owe you people. I do see them when they are crying. Their government is owing them. Your job is to go and end civilian. That's their job. Go and shoot market people. Here I am. Military don't see them. They don't come out anywhere. They don't come out. They stay in their houses. Even police, they don't carry gun. Before you see military here, is like you have seen a masquerade, big masquerade coming out. They don't come out anyhow. They come out when there's a standard invasion, such as a war, or like when they were moving their armament to Ukraine to go and, you know, border to make sure that the war did not escalate into their land. They mount their border. That's when you see them. If you see them, you get ghost painful. Nigerian army is on the market with their AK-47. They hang it here, buying a goose inside the market. If they see somebody that plate here, they catch the person, begin to barb the head as their job. They are disciplined people to dress well. The reason why many of you are just living life is because some of our people have not woken up. Men, people wake here up. Bigger man that now that gun is just like a wood, a ordinary wood. Because men will be ready to perish from what they believe in. How can they go dash? One army when we can dash you to 10 people. Before 10 people are got down, give one guard down. So what is going on in Nigeria is not affecting you people. Foolish idiot. Abraham Bejo Samane. We hear name. Abraham Bejo Samaneba. Samaneba. So Samaneba is a problem as it stands now. Oh, that's the only problem. That's why I said I talked it in my Twitter. No Nigerian have any right to dwell into this issue. In way right. Because your own situation is the worst. What happened during the answers? Life we are wasted. And they denied it. Say it's not them. Wasted life. So when we talk about Samaneba as a Nigerian, you have no right. What right do we have? Is it not the same thing you are doing? What's the right? Okay, we want to condemn somebody that also do the same thing you do, even in a higher scale. Go to North, see how people are perishing. Hunger is holding people down. I hear that a bag of rice is almost 100,000, which is even let me educate you. Which is even the price is higher than the salary of all these idiots carrying gun. 100,000. For the other, has 70,000. Foolish people. Let me. I'm on how let me see what a minute and I'll do to you. Him and I'm to go that steak and I'll give you food tomorrow. Ojo to I'll to you on social media. That's how you people are. No, let me not rate you. There's a cook village.
Told me somebody was asking where is the boundary, where would the boundary of Biafra begin? And I asked the fool, where did the boundary of Nigeria begin? People from Niger come in and go as they like. Most of these idiots are from Niger. They are building a pipeline to Niger. They are building a railway line to Niger. They are building roads to Niger. Whereas where the money comes from, which is Biafra land, we don't have those infrastructure. No, we don't. But you're taking our money. You come to Izombe, you come to Ohaji, you come to Ebema, you come to Aguleri, you come to Ebonyi. You take our resources, sell it, get the money, and now you're building the way to Niger Republic. And you want me to be happy with you. Clap for you. Oh, Nigeria is doing well. One Nigeria. I think you are insane. You come to my land, you take our oil, you take our gas, you take our manpower, you take everything, our VAT, our tax that we pay. You are now building a road from Katsina to Niger, airport in Niger, refinery in Niger. You take oil, crude oil from my land, you take it to Niger, you refine it, you bring it back to me as a refined petroleum, or as PPS as you call it. And you're telling me that that country is viable. You're telling me that Nigeria should be supported. We are in one Nigeria. We are not going anywhere. And you're dying every day. Because those that they appointed to speak for you, they gave them money and positions. So that they will come out on the pages of newspapers to give the world the misleading impression that everything is okay, when things are not okay. Go through the statements of Ohaneze and see the contradictions in it. Nigeria is not working. We are marginalized. And then you come back and say Nigeria is one. We must stay in it together. Are you not foolish? These are the useless intellectuals that you have. On one hand, you say Nigeria is not working. You're marginalized. You're being discriminated against. You're suffering. They're killing you everywhere. And you come back to the same place and say Nigeria must be one. Had Nigerians gotten together to say they want to be part of this useless contraption, that's entirely their business. I'm a Democrat, I've subscribed to it. But have you asked yourself this question? Why is it that all those asking you to remain in one Nigeria has something to gain from Nigeria, or they have benefited in the past? Nothing more, nothing less. I saw the letter that Atiku Abubakar wrote to President Biden. In it, Atiku Abubakar said to come and help us fight terrorism. in order to ensure that there will be no regional destabilization. That is their game plan at the US State Department for very many years, until we stepped in. They keep trotting out these lies. Once Nigeria breaks up, there will be destabilization in the entire region. I said it because you don't understand African history. Most of these people are not educated. When I say, they say I'm insulting them. No, I'm not insulting you. Most of you are not educated. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. We always go back to our village where we were born, where our umbilical cord, where it was buried. That's where we come from. That is why every Christmas, Easter, New Year festival, or August meeting, you see us migrating back to where we come from. And I keep saying these things to Africans, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. Everywhere in Africa during Christmas, if you like, be in South Africa, if you like, let it be in Kenya, you let it be in Rwanda, everybody from the capital goes to the village. If you go to Accra, the same thing happens. This past Christmas, if you like, go to Cotonou, go to Yaoundé in Cameroon. Everybody living in the capital cities of Africa, they go back to their villages. They go back to their tribes where they come from. Do they do that in the Western world? During Christmas, these people migrating from, oh, I come from Florida, I'm going to Florida. No, you don't. Because people come from where they are born. We come from where our ancestors were born. That is the difference between black people in Africa and those from Europe and other parts of the world. We come from, so if you ask somebody, where do you come from? He or she will mention their village. That is what makes us Africans. Very, very unique. If you destroy that, you're finished as a people. In Africa, we are tribal. First and foremost, we belong to our tribe where we come from. That is why our people need to appreciate this. Very, very critical. That Africa is restructured to recognize where people come from. All these artificial creations by Europeans, Nigeria, this and that, all that rubbish. That is why you can never ever make any progress for the next 6 billion years. You can never ever make any progress in the zoo. Why is it, if we are not tribal, why would a whole presidency come out, Fulani presidency come out and say, we are defending Fulani headsmen? A presidency of the whole of Nigeria, so to speak. It is because by instinct, we are tribal beings in Africa. That is why Nigeria is unsustainable. That is why the man from Ishekiri has to vote to say, this is where I want to belong to. That is why referendum is the only way forward. That is why Africa is poor. Africans must recognize that this is who we are. You cannot live in Lagos if you're an Igbo man. During Christmas, you start traveling to Sokoto. It's impossible. You must go to Igbo land. You must. That's where you come from. And if they ask you, oh, but you were born in Lagos, you will say, no, that's where my parents come from. They ask your parents will say, that's where my parents come from. They will keep going back until they get to perhaps the 100th generation. That is who we are. And nobody can change it. We are not born on the streets. Some people were born along Ijora or Kota Highway in Lagos. Maybe they are from Urobo. You ask them, where are you from? They say, I'm from Urobo. But I was born in, but this is where I come from. That is who we are. That is why all these useless, idiotic countries created in Africa cannot survive. It can never ever survive. And how do we stop it? Only a revolution can stop it. Only a revolution. If you like, keep postponing it. If you like, keep putting it off forever and ever. Only a revolution can solve this very problem, because under a revolution, the powers that be, those that be making your life a misery, will be overthrown. Nobody will say it's a coup anymore. It is called popular uprising. Don't let anybody deceive you. Don't let anybody deceive you. And that is why today some soldiers are listening and they are resigning from the army. How can you be a soldier in the Nigerian army and your village is being occupied by Fulani headsmen? Imagine those from Oyo or Ondo serving in the Nigerian army. These are my Yoruba brothers who are serving in the Nigerian army. You are from Yoruba, you are serving in the Nigerian army, doing one Nigeria. But your village is being occupied by a Fulani. The same people you are serving, or you claim you are serving, your village It's under occupation by them. And to make matters worse, those you are serving under their flag, one Nigeria and the Arabic inscription, or should I say the motto of Ottoman Danfodio, to tell you how foolish Nigerians are. You don't know that the Nigerian emblem, the army emblem of Nigeria, is the motto of Ottoman Danfodio that he used to conquer Hausa people. You don't know that it is there. That's what they're using. You're fighting under the banner of your conquerors.
People name them unknown gunmen. That's how we know them by. And believe me, they're doing a very marvelous job. And I will pray more, I will fast more, for many more to come. These people, they go to, they slaughter you. We write letter. In fact, once the letter comes, they put it in the dustbin. We said, okay, is that how it's done? Okay. We went into prayer and fasting. We kept praying until, should I say, God answered our prayers with unknown gunmen. We don't know who they are, but I believe they are angels from heaven. They are the armies of heaven. And they are now the ones avenging for us. So all those police stations that they used to torture people and kill people and harvest their organs, please, unknown gunmen, find them all. Look for them and find them. Find all those police stations. If you know you are a police officer, you were involved in organ harvesting, people were disappearing. Oh, things have happened though. People just disappear. Parents will know where the children are. You hear mothers lamenting as they are dying. They are saying, oh, we had this Chibuzo. Have you seen Chibuzo? You don't know that SARS have killed Chibuzo. The woman will be lamenting until she passes from unconsciousness into death. Thinking about the son, sometimes the only son, killed by the police. And now God answered the prayers of people. I don't know where this unknown government, I don't know where they are from. But at least if they're keeping the police busy, the police won't have to be killing innocent people. Arresting they go, they arrest innocent people. Nigeria shouldn't exist. I hate Nigeria with a passion. Shouldn't exist, honestly speaking. Only a fool will support one zoo. Damnable zoological republic. Soldiers are living and they're taking them to court. The Nigerian army has ordered the immediate arrest of officers accused of deserting their post. Can you imagine such rubbish? You go behind the back, you equip Boko Haram to fight people. When people have now discovered, suddenly they have now discovered that they have been the fool for years. They have left your useless army. They're saying go and arrest them. I don't, God. Oh my goodness. Zoological Republic. Damnable Zoological Republic. Military documents obtained by various newspapers have now listed 101 names, ranks, and bank details of Iran soldiers. Every soldier should leave. Go and join the Eastern Security Network. Go and join them. They are the future. If you don't know how an army is supposed to behave, go and look at the Russian Revolution. I think of 1989 or 1990 or 91, I don't know. When Boris Yeltsin came into power. The apparatchiks of the old guard of the Communist Party in Soviet Union ordered the tanks and armored personnel carriers onto the streets of Moscow to go and kill people. When the army got there, they looked at their fellow citizens, they said, we cannot open fire on these people. That is how a patriotic army behaves in the zoo. They bring in wild Fulani beasts, animal, wild beasts, give them AK-47 and they open fire. All of you saw the video of live shooting. It's like a turkey shoot in Abuja of this same army slaughtering innocent Shia protesters. All of you saw the video. That video did not make it onto any major news network around the world. That was the day I became afraid of what Britain was doing. The video is everywhere. In any other country or any other country of the world, there would have been an uproar. But in the zoo, nothing happened. Nothing you can kill. You know, over the years, army will come, bloody civilian, they open fire. Not anymore. We now have God in his infinite mercy have sent us guardian angels. They are known as unknown gunmen. They are the ones defending us now. We don't know who they are. And they are the ones defending the people. They are unknown gunmen. We don't know who they are. And may God bless them. Because as they are keeping the police and the army busy, they won't have time to kill innocent civilians. They cannot. Because if you kill and go back to your barracks, these angels will come on. They are called unknown gunmen. They will come and they will avenge the death of the innocent.
Not even supposed to be Nigerians in the first place. Wow. We were the Royal Niger Company. Do you understand? So we're basically a company for the British to take resources and blah 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 and go for Britain.
Right.
You understand? And then somewhere along the line, the company decided to buy the whole place and amalgamate it.
Yeah.
You created Nigeria. You created Nigeria to defraud and impoverish us. That is the reason why it was created. To make ordinary people poor, to make their lives miserable. There was no Nigeria until Frederick Lugard came. There was a company called Royal Niger Company. What we considered our lands to them to do is to trade. We never gave them the permission to form a country. We go to any court of law and we win that very case.
Out something astonishing about the origin of Nigeria that shocked the hell out of me. Nigeria was never meant to be a country. It was something else entirely. In this video, I'm going to tell you what I discovered. A man called George Goldie set up the United African Company in 1879, which was then changed to the National African Company. He structured the palm oil business in the Niger Delta region, and by 1884, he had a monopoly that the British could exploit. So in 1886, Goldie violated the agreement he had made with the chiefs and moved his operations into River Niger and Benue. The company was also renamed to Royal Niger Company. Goldie tricked the chiefs into signing unfair trade deals, giving Goldie exclusive rights to export palm oil instead of what the chiefs thought would be free trade. These contracts were written in English, a language we didn't understand, and based on laws that were not our own. This is similar to the land negotiations done with Native Americans in what is now known as the United States of America, where deals were done via contracts in English with laws that had nothing to do with the Native Americans. There was a meeting called the Berlin Conference in 1884 to 1885, set up by Germany's first chancellor, Otto von Bismarck. This was where colonial powers discussed how to carve up Africa and structure trade across the pieces of our continent they would take. We were not part of these conversations. The best way to think of this is like the NBA draft. Guys were out there making bids between lunch breaks and spa sessions. At this conference, the kingdom of Opobo was given to Britain. When King Jaja of Opobo tried to export his own palm oil, he was accused of obstructing commerce and then exiled. How crazy is that? And on his way home in 1891, he was poisoned with a cup of tea. Guys, I couldn't make this stuff up. The Jaja of Opobo story made other chiefs wary of their deals with the British. King Koko of Nembe Brass was one of them. He tried to take down the Royal Niger Company and attacked the company headquarters in Akassa, Bayelsa on January 29, 1895. King Koko captured 60 white men and lost 40 of his own soldiers. He used the 60 hostages to demand he be allowed free trade, the agreement he believed he had with the British company. They refused and he killed 40 of his hostages. The British Royal Navy retaliated by leveling the city of Brass completely on February 20th, 1895. King Koko went into exile and the British not only took control of the palm oil he once had, but also fined the people of his kingdom £500 as well as confiscating their weapons. Tragically, King Koko committed suicide in exile in 1898 after being branded an outlaw by the British company that had taken his kingdom, palm oil, and reputation. The Royal Niger Company sold its territory to the British government for £865,000 in the late 1800s. This territory was known as Nigeria. In 1914, the Southern Protectorate and Northern Protectorate was combined by Lord Lugard, and like that, the Royal Niger Company was rebranded as a country which would gain independence on October 1st, 1960. And Lugard is a street in Nigeria that still exists today. The Royal Niger Company changed its name to the Niger Company Limited, and it was then acquired by Unilever. Unilever still operates in Nigeria to this day. And that, my brothers and sisters, is how Nigeria came to be. We have a long way to go to fix the country, but we won't ever have a hope and a solution to our problems if we don't know how they started. What I told you in this video is just a small part of the foundations that led to unrest, civil war, economic instability, and so forth. Remember, it's not about asking anyone else to fix this, or even wasting time blaming those we know caused and perpetuated it. This is about knowing our history. Nigeria was never a country we created. It was a company designed by colonizers for profit, and a lot of the infrastructure put in place for that siphoning of resources out of our land is still very much in place today. Crude oil simply replaced palm oil, and soon lithium may replace crude oil. Honestly, I feel angry not just for what happened to my ancestors, but for the fact that I wasn't taught about this in school in Nigeria, and that our children are not being taught about these things now. Every Nigerian should know everything about who we are and what we are up against.
Anybody who believes in one Nigeria cannot be regarded as an educated person. You cannot be a minority in Isoko, which is you cannot be a minority in your father's compound in Ishekiri. That is where you come from. You are the majority. You can never be a minority. All this nonsense about minority groups, it happens in England. Ethnic minority, when they fill a form, they will say, you Africa, Caribbean, you Chinese, you from Somalia, you from, I don't know, from Far Eastern Europe, from Kazakhstan. These are minorities because all of you went to England. It's not your natural home. You went there to go and live. You cannot be a minority in your own country. The reason why it was, I think it was Littleton, established through his constitution then, he was the Governor General of the zoo, the baboons and monkeys then. He initiated what was called a minority commission. When they wanted to divide us, they said, these people, they have potential. The best thing to do is to divide them. It was them that coined the phrase minority for white man, British. And I asked the British people, why don't you have minorities in Yoruba land? Why don't you have minorities in Hausa land? Why only in Biafra land do you have minorities? Because of divide and rule. These are the things so good people don't understand. This is the nonsense that those of them in Israel don't appreciate. Those of you in Bayelsa, in Ijoland, you are so daft, you don't know what is happening to you. Divide and rule. For somebody to conquer you, they have to divide you. That is what they did in Biafra land. And we are resisting it now. We want to renew oil contract. Some of you don't know why they took over power by every means. Because of the renewal of oil well contract. Those of the idiots in the so-called Niger Delta, can you listen? Can you at least begin to see? Can you use your brain to be able to reason and see things through the way they are? Can you see, or are you blind? What do you drink and eat? Some of you idiots in the so-called Niger Delta that you cannot see. You cannot see that an Hausa man is making mockery of you. The idiot that killed Cancer, has he not been appointed a high court judge? Has he not? Some of you don't reason. That is why you are hopeless. Somebody will come and tell you, oh, you are a minority. If you go into Biafra, and Igbo will dominate you. Ask that idiot before the advent of the white man that told you this rubbish. Show me where you were dominated. Before the white man came to tell you this nonsense. Can you give me an example of this so-called domination? Idiots. You have come for Buhari now. Buhari is your man. He's going to clean up Ogoni land. He's going to be second night of fools. You answer minority in your father's compound. They told you your brothers and your sisters are your problems and you believe them. That they are your problem. You people are hopeless. That is why they suck oil and gas from your land and you are as poor as a church rat. Because you're foolish. You're being punished for your stupidity and foolishness. Don't worry, wait there. Another Hausa Fulani man from Chad will come and tell you, Igbo man is your problem, and you will agree because of your hopelessness. Look at where you are today. There is no crude oil to go into Warri refinery. How many of your children work there? There is no oil, no crude oil going into the refinery. And some of you are still talking like human beings. I feel sorry for you people. I do. Honestly speaking, I do. 8 reasons why the pedophile is already a failure by Lawrence Chinedunwobu. We shall read it. We are also reporting this very morning about Niger Delta. They have come again. Niger Delta youth leaders stage protest at NLNG. And I keep asking them, are you including Asaba in this Niger Delta? How about Kwale, Vukwane, more or less? Are you including them in this your so-called Niger Delta? Why is it that black people do not reason? What was your name before Niger Delta? It's like Nigeria. I keep asking these idiots, and they call themselves youths from there, talking this nonsense on answering Niger Delta. Let me ask you another question. What was your name before the white man came? When did this name Niger Delta come into vogue? What is the meaning of Niger Delta? I ask you. Do you see what the useless education in the zoo has done to you people? You cannot reason properly. You cannot reason like a human being. What is the meaning of Niger Delta, I ask you? Please explain to the world to hear. Niger Delta is a combination of two words. Niger, which means nigger, and Delta, which is the Greek word for where the river runs into the sea. Is that who you are? Nigger, that lives in a place where water runs into the sea. Is that your name? Is that the name that will replace Nnamdi Okrika? Buguma? Degema? Is that the name that replaces it? Or should I say, the name that replaces Biafra? You people should just stop being foolish and hopeless. If you don't know the name to answer, let me tell you, if you don't know the name to answer, you can say Ejon, Izon, you can say Okrika, you can say Ishekiri. All this Niger Delta mumbo jumbo is crap, pure rubbish, peddled by idiots who are not educated, peddled by fools who did not go to school. Niger Delta youth. Are you deltering all the way to Imo State? Are you deltering all the way to Abia? After all, they're part of the so-called Niger Delta Commission rubbish. You people should talk some sense into yourselves. Every day you disgrace yourselves with this Niger Delta rubbish. You bring shame and dishonor upon yourself. It means you don't know who you are. It means you are foolish. It means you are hopeless. It means you're not Biafra. Answer the name Biafra, you see what will happen. That thing you're asking for will begin. Just answer. Can't you see what we are doing? We only answer Biafra and everywhere is trembling. Already. The Niger Delta youth. Useless people. You are useless, I tell you, this morning. We are live in Yenagoa. I'm telling you direct that you're hopeless. You're running away from your father's compound. You run away and, you know, after conniving with a stranger will ask you, send you back to your father's house to start to be a rebel. Oh, this is not Kano's compound again. Or, this is the compound of Olubisi. Those of you answering Niger Delta, I want to point out how useless you are. How stupid you are. Each time you say, I am from Niger Delta, you are compound, you are even worse than a Nigerian. What was your name before the stupid concoction Niger Delta? What was your name? It's a simple question. Ndara. People are lunatics, you are. Niger Delta, my foot. You are a fool to be answering that name. And let me ask you again, what was your name before this stupid Niger Delta got into your useless brains? What was your name? Fools. I don't know. Maybe I was gave birth to most of them. Maybe the youths you're seeing around the southern part of Biafra, maybe their fathers were Hausa. You will know. Some of them even look like Hausa. You're jumping up and down. You're from Niger Delta. You're going to liquefied natural gas to go and picket them. What nonsense is that where freedom is? Yeah? They give you money. After spending the money, you go back again to go and picket. Are you not ashamed of yourselves? Come out and fight for Biafra and be free. You go to work and earn a living with decency and honor. Then every time you are at the gate of one European oil company or the other, asking for inclusion.
Our brother, a pastor. Let me see if I can be able to get him. Very, very important. Our brother, I'm calling you.
Gang banging going on in Africa.
We got genocide going on in Africa. We got hunger going on in Africa. Not that all of Africa is struggling.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes. Thank you for having you here. If I'm not mistaken, you are Pastor Silvanus Aban.
Yes, by His grace, sir.
May God bless you, brother. I know many of you are in the vineyard trying to do the needful and to make sure that you do what you're supposed to do for our people to face the reality. We are having issues. You know, if you watch over, let me use the word, and let me Africa in general, people have been waking up to begin to ask questions. And the big issues now we are having within ourselves as we are now asking, what has this religion, which is Christianity, which I know you're a Christian, what is the benefit of Christianity in our land? And we have been asking questions, and from our own understanding, we found out that it brought us nothing. Rather, it's a disaster. So I don't know whether you have a contrary opinion. Can you tell us what Christianity has brought in our land? Do you have time to tell us?
Okay.
In Africa or in Nigeria or
totally in Africa. In Africa.
Well, you know, Christianity, the religion is a personal race, and it's not a group thing. It's all about what you came to believe, what you have been taught, and how you also look at it, you know, on your own eyes. And apart from that, you know, Christianity, as far as I know, miss it on the day they accept to answer the name Christians, because originally the word is not supposed to be Christian, but because since we are originally and now accept to be called Christians, since that day Christianity changes focus. Things are not the way it ought to be. Because Christianity, origin of Christianity did not begin in Antioch, where they called them Christians. And then the people that called us Christians, they were idol worshippers. And it's like they projected a negative spirituality they were worshiping into the reality that we came into the town with. And now the thing is affecting the whole system of Christianity. So now, those who have discovered the truth and the reality are actually walking their way perfectly, way of salvation. But those who still believe in the Christianity of the now and then what they have given them is still affecting them. So in one way or the other, they will not make any headway. They will not be what they're supposed to be. And that's the reason why it seems that we are wasting time in praying and fasting, because it's actually not, there's no benefit. It's actually, there is no solution. There is no nothing. So we are just doing it now. People have now, it has become a business center completely. So most people are doing it as business for daily bread, to feed their family, take care of themselves and all that. And all that. So that's just where the problem is. Until we return back to reality, there will always be problem in Christianity.
Correct. If I hear you correctly, you use the word until we return back to reality.
Yes.
Okay. Now, thank you very much for that insight. Our sister, your voice is also coming out in case you have a contrary opinion. Let me go again to our pastor. Our pastor, a very renowned man, and if you watch the way he speaks, you know that he's telling himself the truth. He is not there here to defend them. Something that brought to us that we can't even taste the origin. We are confused. Let me use that word. We are confused. Do you agree with me, Pastor, that the Christianity which we have, let us come down to Nigeria now. The Christianity we have now in our place was brought to us under conquest. It was not just peaceful. Do you agree with me, or do you have a contrary opinion?
No, you are saying the truth. Go ahead.
I'm saying the truth.
Yeah.
So we were killed to become Christians.
Yes, we are forced to become what we are not supposed to be.
Correct. I don't know whether I should direct Biafrans to start coming to your church, because you are speaking the what. Do you preach this in your pulpit?
So, of course, I am bold enough to say the truth. So it's now left for the hearers to make their choice.
The people I want to know, I don't know whether it is in your own interest to give us the name of your church. People are asking that this is not normal for people to be speaking in this way. A pastor in Nigeria is speaking in this way. You know, people they say, I love this man so much. Yes, you have to love him because I am on live program. I'm on live program. Sorry, I don't know whether I didn't tell you. People, we are listening to you. A lot of Biafrans, this is a Biafran program. People are listening to you from different parts of the world, in America, Asia, Australia. They are listening to you and they are marveled with their response. At least for you to come out here without trying to lie us, try to cover up in order to justify what was brought to us without our knowledge. And now we have understood these things now. What do you think is the way forward to make sure we return back to that time we were before this people came? Is there any movement or anything, any effort, you know, being done by people like you and others that can begin to preach to our people to make sure that we return back to our own way and begin to harness things with our own self?
Well, the truth is that, like I said before, since this thing has become a pure business and there are many people that are making millions out of it, it will be a little bit difficult for them to change to reality. But the truth is that the only thing I see that what we need to do is everybody to, like I've said before to many pastors, that if there is a way we can close every church and let's start everything afresh, it will be better. Because as long as we believe, because the more because I keep telling you, I said, can't you see that the more we have churches, the more sin multiply, the more wickedness multiply, the more evil increase in the land. So the thing here is that we need to know where do we miss it. Then we now from there know how do we return back to where we're supposed to be. So, but the problem is that we have many proud people behind the pulpits that they will never drop the lies they have once told, so that people will not see that, so pastor, you didn't really see or hear well. So this is the problem, the pride of man, the lust of the flesh. How would people see me? What would they think of me if I come out today to say, no, what I was saying before is not true? This is where we have problems. So a lot of people have made up their mind that they will go to hell with all the people they claim is their followers. So they have made up their mind. To them, they have made merchandise of these people. So the only thing is that my prayer is that everyone that they have lied to will be liberated by the truth in some day before the rapture.
Wow.
But I can tell you the name of our church. That one is not a problem.
Okay, what is the name of the church? I saw it. Is here already now. Is he already?
So, I don't know what you saw there, but the church I am is the Holy Ghost Cant World Mission. The headquarters is in Abuja.
Holy Ghost what, sir?
The Holy Ghost Cant World Mission.
Okay, sir. Now, aha carriala. When I look at for Gospel Church Mission.
The Holy Ghost Cant. The Holy Ghost Cant World Mission.
Holy Ghost Cant.
Yes, Holy Ghost Cant.
Because you are from Coastal Region, Pastor Sivanus.
I'm from Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria.
So you're in Nigeria. I know. Okay, you're in Nigeria. Okay, let me leave it like that. Will you agree to come on the next time to begin to follow us at least to learn from one another? Because I think you are very, very outspoken. It will be nice to have you some other time. I can let you know.
There's no problem, sir, because I am out for truth.
Okay.
And it is only the truth that can make us free.
Okay, sir. No problem. Thank you very much.
I wrote a very acidic piece this very evening on Facebook because I was very upset about something. I just wrote it. I poured my venom against Christendom. In fact, I questioned the essence or validity of the New Testament in the Bible. I question it completely and totally. I questioned the essence of the Council of Nicaea that was convened to start church the way you know it today. Europeans. When Yahushua was in the Holy Land of Israel, there was no church. No St. Mark, St. Matthew, St. Evelyn, St. Agnes. He worshipped in the temple. As soon as he died, one became and commercialized it. Today you have church. The same way you have apostolic church, you have Roman Catholic, you have Anglican, you have Methodist, you have Seventh-day Adventist. The same thing is in Islam. They have Sunni, they have Shia. Within Sunni, they have the Wahhabis. Within Shia, I think they have another one. There is a particular sect, even the one that Al-Assad belongs to, the president of Syria. Is a different sect. Then there's Hezbollah. Depending on how you can. They do competition in beheading. Who can behead better than the other? In Islam. Beheading competition. These are the people you're in the same country with. The people that handed Biafra over to Islam, do you know who did it? They are Christians. Christians are the ones that gave over Biafran Christians to Muslims. It is the hypocrisy that I cannot stand. That was when I started to question most of the rubbish that have been telling us. To Trinity, but rubbish that has no validity or weight anywhere at all in the realm of Chukwuabiama. He said, "You worship me alone, or you are an idol worshiper in a Pharisee. You people are idol worshippers. You are. That was why your handover to our Safulani was so easy. A piece of cake. That is why they can go to Yemen and bring their own back. When you are suffering, nobody gives a damn. Even the so-called zoo ambassador in a country doesn't give a toss. What is happening to you? Do they care? The answer is no. And you say, we Nigerians, stupid people. Nigeria, mad people. Majority of Republicans favor making Christianity the national religion in the USA, and about time as well. Better the devil you know than Islam that you don't know. 9 devastating actions white slave masters took to convert black people to Christianity. You don't know about the conversion. In those days when when Lugard was coming to create the zoo, some of you don't know this, he will come to a village and he will say to the village head, I'm Igbo, Sopre, the man said, I don't understand what he's saying. He will point at your land, I want your land. The man will say no. He will say off with his head. They will behead the head of the village chief. They will cut off his head from his body. Then when he got to local jail, he said, they are Nigerians. And you are jumping up. We Nigerians. In fact, I should be walking about now with fleet shelters. If you say you're Nigerian, shelters now. Mad people. Wow. When Lugard was coming, as he was coming, any chief, any traditional ruler opposed to Lugard, he will kill the person immediately. That's the person you're answering his name. Nigeria, we Nigerians. I don't want to speak against the spirit. 9 devastating actions that the likes of Lugard took to convert some of you to Christianity. Is it what Arabs did when they came here to convert you? Black people are the only people without their own religion. The only people without their own. Every other person has his or her own. Europeans worshipped idols so much, they created their own. Instead of them to follow the Mosaic law, in essence, following Judaism as the original religion, if you want to be truthful to yourselves. They spent many years demonizing the Jews, how they killed Christ on Good Friday, how they did this and did that, how the Pharisees and the Sadducees, they wrote all manner of garbage.
So this Christianity may divide us. This religion may divide us. But let's leave it and stop castigating our Christianity or our religions, which we are known because they have brought it and we have accepted it.
You have accepted it, I have not.
Yes, but sir, let me finish.
Hang on a second. Hang on, I understand where you're going.
Secondly,
and
sir.
you must hang on. I said hang on. You're on Skype. It's not costing you much money. You will wait.
Sir.
This is what I find astonishing about our people. So why is it that you find it easier to take something brought by a white person but not by me because I'm black? and you know me. Is that why?
Sir, can I answer you?
Yes.
What I am saying, I do agree with everything you are saying. But what I'm saying is that this Christianity may divide us.
Why should it divide you? Why? Why is the question? Why should it divide you?
The two together, we may not get to the end.
No,
After we can fight
no,
our
religion. No. We are not fighting any religion. Get this thing straight. We are fighting ignorance and stupidity. I can't stand idiots around me. I ask you a question. Who brought you what you're preaching?
Man. I am a traditional man to court, despite the fact I go to Catholic.
Then why should it cause problem between you and I? Why should it cause problem? Why?
My director.
Anybody standing in trial or coming to try me is a terrorist. That's what they are law says. Section what me? Section 2, subsection 3F of Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act. That's what it says. Any cause considered to try me is committed an act of terrorism. Yes. Very clear. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then come to try that very person is not done anywhere else. So you must be aware of that. So that is why there is all these ridiculous delays. That is what Supreme Court said. I did not jump bail. My home was invaded. They came to kill me and I survived. They came to Kenya to kidnap me, brought me back to this country and seeking to try me, which the law says cannot happen. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then hope to stand on that illegality to conduct a trial is not done anywhere in the world. And we have in my case.
Yeah, no. What can I say? Look at you. Can get that tank. You can hear the sound going on. The Nigerian army is here shooting. They are here shooting at the home of the leader of the Hospital of Biafra. Mebusa.